Hello and welcome to News Plus. I am John Martiki. President Muhammadu Buhari has again directed security agencies to urgently address the resurgence of kidnapping and other criminality activities along Abuja-Kaduna Highway and other routes across the country. The Minister of Interior, Rahul Aregbesola, said the President gave the directive while presiding over the meeting of the National Security Council in the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Aregbesola, who addressed State House correspondents at the end of the meeting, said the police and other security agencies had been mobilized to intensify surveillance and patrol in pursuit of criminals. The minister gave assurance that Nigerians will soon witness serious security improvement as specific orders has been given to all security agencies to tackle security challenges across the country.
Yes, Abuja-Kaduna belt was discussed specifically, but we appreciated the fact that we are in the season of festivity, so all agencies are committed to providing security for Nigeria, and the maintenance of law and order have been ordered to improve on the activities, intensify surveillance, and minimize, if not eliminate totally, any threat to law and order anywhere in Nigeria. We are not yet where we should be. The Nigerians deserve to live in peace, and that until we achieve that, we will not rest. Specific orders have been given to all our security agencies, and you will see an improved response to all those challenging the sovereignty of Nigeria in whatever form and creating insecurity in whatever form anywhere. The council today took firm decision on what to be done, and I can assure Nigerians that with the charge from the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces today, there will be an improved response to all forms of criminality in any part of Nigeria. So I am convinced that the renewed charge to our security agencies, from the military to the police, intelligence organizations, and all other security forces, certainly Nigerians will feel and live better.
The Nigerian Army has said joint operations, which is personnel were involved, has led to superiority clash between the troops and personnel of the Nigerian police. It accused personnel of the Nigerian police force of brutalizing some of its personnel involved in the joint operations, adding that some of its men had lost their lives as a result of developments. The Army, in a leaked circular signed by Major General J.A. Ataguba on behalf of Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Farouk Yahya, however, directed all Nigerian Army Corps, formations, and establishments to forward all recorded incidents in the last 2 years. Now, following the restoration of telecommunication services in part of Kaduna on Friday, residents have expressed delight with the decision of Governor Nasir El-Rufai-led government, saying it is a welcome development. Newsmen recall that the Kaduna state government shut down telecommunication services in some part of the state for almost 2 months following the heightened insecurity to curtail the activities of bandits in the state. Briefing newsmen on Friday in Kaduna, the State Commissioner, Ministry of Internal Affairs and Home Affairs, Samuel Aruan, explained that the state had, during the shutdown of the telecommunication services, recorded a lot of successes against the activities of the bandits. Residents who spoke to newsmen on the restoration of the telecommunication services expressed satisfaction with the decision. Now, head of service of the Federation, Fola Shade Yemi Isan, has said all civil servants will resume at the offices on December 1st, but will be required to show proof of COVID-19 test and vaccination. Yemi Isan directed all workers from grade level 12 and below to return to the office on the same date and ensure they get vaccinated before resumption. The federal government in February had directed all federal civil service workers on grade level 12 and below to work from home following the COVID-19 outbreak. The circular stated that at resumption, all civil servants are requested to show proof of COVID-19 vaccination or present a negative COVID-19 PCR to test done within 72 hours. Now, the wife of the president, Aisha Buhari, of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has given assurance of President Muhammadu Buhari's commitments to end gender-based violence, GBV, in Nigeria. The wife of the president said this at the launch of the GBV media campaign as part of activities to mark the 2021 16 Days of Activism Against GBV organized by the United Nations Population Fund in Abuja. The UNPA also premiered Hey Woman, an 11-part video series produced by Stephanie Okereke, a Nollywood actress, highlights the reality prevalence of the GBV in Nigeria. The theme of the UNFPA's media and film campaign is Orange, the world end violence against women and girls now. The wife of the president, represented by Dolapo Oshibanjo, wife of the vice president, said the time to act was now as GBV deprives women and girls of opportunities is an infringement of their human right. Similarly, the Federal Minister of Women Affairs and Social Development, Pauline Talen, called on all men and women in Nigeria and across the globe to support the fight to end GBV. According to Dr. Natalia Akanem, UN Under-Secretary General and UNFPA Executive Director, addressing GBV lies in upholding the values of harmony, cooperation, and the ability of families to prosper. The UNFPA is the UN agency charged with the mandate to end maternal mortality and create awareness and access to family planning, including ending GBV and harmful practices in Nigeria and other parts of the world.
Enough is enough. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please let me assure you that the measures taken by the present administration of my husband, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, is a commitment to the women and girls of Nigeria, and indeed all its citizens, that the government will continue to leave no stone unturned to ensure women and girls receive the necessary protection and services required. Indeed, today I stand before you to add my voice to claim the rights of women and girls that we serve, and assure you that I remain an astute advocate of zero tolerance to GBV and all forms of harmful practices. I, Aisha Buhari, has zero tolerance for gender-based violence and harmful practices, and say enough is enough.
Before the end of this year, that is my target, that we'll have the 36 states covered, if not latest early next year. It's not just about the implementation, or it's not just about the domestication of the Child Rights Act and the VAC Act, but the implementation. We must ensure the full implementation of these acts. And that's why we are calling on the justice system to arise and do justice to thousands of cases that are still lying fallow before our courts. Because we are appealing, we are asking for special courts where such cases will be addressed with dispatch.
Together with the government of Nigeria and with the support of the United Nations One UN COVID-19 Basket Fund, we're proud to launch the series of the 11 videos, vignettes of which you have seen, that depict the reality of gender-based violence and its devastating impact on women, on girls, on families, on communities. But will also offer solutions and bring hope along the way, encouraging families to protect women and girls, asking victims to forcefully speak out, because the shame is for the perpetrator, not for her. And we hope that the powerful Hey Woman monologue and the depictions of what we can do to change a disturbing picture will go viral.
Italian authorities said criminal network forced 41 Nigerian women into prostitution, while 9 were forced to beg for money on the streets. The gang lured dozens of Nigerian women to Italy, where it then forced them into prostitution and kept them in a cycle of physical, psychological psychosis. Italian police on Monday announced that they had broken up a Nigerian criminal ring operating across the country with the arrest of some 40 suspects. The suspects have been charged with money laundering, facilitating illegal immigration, human trafficking, forced prostitution, and slavery, according to a police statement. Police said that the people arrested Monday had been responsible for the fates of 41 women who were forced into prostitution and 9 who were forced into street begging. The Department of State Services has put the Nigerian Customs Service on red alert over planned attack by insurgents on Ogun border community and other border communities across the country. The secret police said it has intelligence that the bandits intend to hitch their plots on military bases in border towns. In a letter dated November 25, 2021, addressed to the Custom Area Controller, Nigerian Customs Service, Ogun Area Command, Abeokuta, the DSS asked customs and other security agencies in the country to put countermeasures in place to frustrate the dark plot by the insurgents. The letter was titled "Plans by Insurgents to Launch Attack on Military Bases in Various Border Communities" and signed by the State Director of Security. Ogun State commands MB Abdullahi. For over a decade, Nigeria has been bedeviled by a deadly attacks by terrorist group Boko Haram and its splinters factions, the Islamic States of West Africa province. Thousands of innocent Nigerians, including scores of soldiers, have been killed by the militants. The Nigerian Maritime Law Association has raised concern over the killing of 4 alleged pirates by the Danish naval forces. The news reports that the incidents occurred when the frigate Eastbound Snare, which had been patrolling the area since early November, attempted to board the pirates' boat when an exchange of fire issued. In a statement on Saturday signed by the NMLA president, Funke Abo, and the Honorable Secretary, Dr. Emeka Akabugu, the Secretary called for an independent inquiry that will look into the precise location of the incidents to preserve Nigeria's sovereignty. The association supports all efforts to get rid of Gulf Guinea of piracy, maritime offenses, and all forms of criminalities. It is concerned, however, about the certainty of Nigeria's sovereignty, application of the rule of law, and respect for protocols of engagement with regards to the instant incidents which is allegedly to have occurred in the international waters 25 to 30 nautical miles south of Nigeria's territorial waters and the emergent security regime in the Gulf of Guinea. A vigilante group in Shiroro local government area of Niger State raided a camp of terrorists believed to be members of the Islamic State of West African province that recently infiltrated some part of the state, killing 13 of them. Sani Koki, convener of the concerned Shiroro youths of Niger State, who made this known in Mina on Friday, said members of the vigilante group acted on a tip-off, and he stated that the terrorists who had a battle with members of the group were eventually subdued while some escaped. He also revealed that some members of the terrorist group escaped with gunshot injuries while assorted weapons were recovered from them. Olusegun Awolowo, Executive Director, CEO of Nigeria Export Promotion Council, NEPC, has extolled the successful collaboration on Export Expansion Facility Program, EEFP, with the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA. Awolowo, whose second and final term was NEPC boss, ended on Friday, November 26, 2021, said this in Abuja at the meeting to consolidate the NEPC-NITDA partnership created under the EEFP to drive Nigeria's exports of digital services. According to him, there is the need for the services exports to achieve meaningful growth in foreign exchange. The Director General of the NITDA, Kashifu Inua, congratulated Awolowo for successful completion of his tenure and as the council boss. Inua, represented by Dr. Aritotule Onuomo, Director of Corporate Planning and Strategy of NITDA, said that the EEFP was in line with the agency's strategic plan. In the same vein, a participant, Professor Oyeduni Arulogun, Director, University of Ibadan Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation, said the partnership between the NEPC and the NITDA will boost innovation in Nigeria. A beneficiary of the EEFP, Fred Lawanson, said border remittance was the major challenge affecting businesses and recommended digital solutions to tackle it.
In recognition of the huge opportunity for Nigeria to take advantage of the export of services, which is a 4.7 trillion a year market, a working group was set up under the Export Expansion Facility Program in partnership with the National Information Technology Department Agency, NIDDA, to design and implement initiatives that will grow the Nigerian services export sector. The purpose of this meeting, of course, is to review and consolidate on the achievements of our partnership. Some of the achievements include the Outsource Nigeria initiative, financial interventions for 6 startups, support to 3 innovation hubs, setting up of skills acceleration centers, and advocacy support for the Nigerian Startup Bill. The Outsource Nigeria initiative was birthed from the World Economic Forum, WEF, Future of Jobs report. According to the WEF, at least 97 million jobs will be created globally between now and 2025.
NIDDA, as an agency, actually have a strategic plan. And that strategic plan has part of its pillars, digital innovation and entrepreneurship. So it won't have been so difficult for NIDDA to collaborate with sister agencies that have similar vision, similar passion to drive digital economy into its rightful place in Nigeria. The reason for this is that digital economy actually is the future of the world.
We want to look at our curriculum and revise it to incorporate export into the innovations that our students are doing, in addition to the other activities like mentoring them until they get to a stage where they can commercialize their innovation and then export. It will bring about new ways of doing things that you don't have to be there physically, but you can do online activities. So it's going to bring out new innovations of doing things. For example, nobody ever thought of teaching virtually before the COVID. So many things are coming up, and this partnership is going to put you at the forefront of bringing out these innovative ideas in research, in innovation.
One of the major things that have stifled business and business activities in Africa precisely is the difficulty in cross-border payments and remittances. That is where we're coming in. We want to fill in that gap, and we're using digital solutions to deal with that. With the help of NEPC and NIDDA, this has helped a great deal in helping us fulfill our vision faster. For us, it's something we are passionate about, and it's something we want to see come alive in the near.
The federal government has announced the suspension of the flight by Emirates Airlines in and out of Nigeria had been officially lifted. It is said the suspension was halted following the resolution of the differences between Nigeria and the United Arab Emirates after the UAE lifted some of the restrictions imposed on travelers from Nigeria as part of measures to contain COVID-19. The Minister of Aviation Hadi Sirika and Minister of Foreign Affairs Geoffrey Oyema announced this at the headquarters of the Federal Ministry of Aviation on Friday night in Abuja. Serika said the ban was lifted unconditionally, adding that going forward, Nigerians could fly directly to the UAE and back into Nigeria without restrictions. In July this year, the UAE had insisted on travelers from Nigeria undergoing several other COVID-19 tests after the initial tests in Nigeria. An NGO Occupational Safety and Health Association has called for the integration of safety in workplaces across the country through a proactive measure to ensure the safety of lives and property. Dr. Olusegun Aderemi, the Nigerian regional president of the association in UK, made the call at the 11th International Safety Conference in Abuja with the team Aderemi, who identified safety as number one in everything in life, urged government to embrace safety in workplaces to ensure job satisfaction and better performance from employee. Also, Honorable Ibrahim Hamza, House Committee on Safety Standards and Regulations, National Assembly, noted that NAS was working assiduously to institutionalize personal and health safety. Christopher Oyinbo, the chairman of the conference planning committee, noted that the association is a non-governmental, non-profit organization that has progressively demonstrated consistent growth in promoting and advancing occupational safety and health awareness in all sectors of the economy.
And deaths. Deliberately neglects them, and giving room to all these fatalities and deaths, and this is costing a lot of organizations huge amount of money. So when you put a proactive measure to the safety rules, it means that you want to prevent it before it happens. And when you do that, you'll be saving a lot of money, you'll be saving so many things, save a lot of lives, and as Hush Association is concerned, we save lives, and that's why we're talking about this, and that's why we have zero tolerance for negligence. We have zero tolerance for non-adherence to safety rules and regulations. The key message is for the government, individual, and private organizations to embrace safety. Safety is number one. In all they do, safety is number one.
As you are aware, there has been, for a very long time, there has been negligence on the aspect of occupational health and safety. We feel this is the right time. We have awakened. We really want to sit up and see that we bring the issue of occupational health and safety to the front burner. The legislature and the executive at the same time are working tirelessly to see that we effectively put this in place, and we make sure that further preventive measures are being taken. That's great.
Safety, therefore, is the key determinant for the success of any organization and for the preservation of every individual life at every place of work. Proactive safety measures then become even more pertinent. This is a safety management approach that focuses on how to adjust operations and performance so that risk situations are minimized. To achieve this, safety managers and safety management must look ahead of not only avoiding risks and hazards that can lead to fatalities, but to minimize or eliminate the reactive safety approach in our client.
The stakeholders in the maritime sector have reiterated their commitment to full implementation of Nigeria's Port Process Manual, given its importance to port processes and the nation's economy. They told journalists in Abuja after a feedback roundtable on the implementation of the NPPM that the process will already yielding positive results as the rate of the port infractions had reduced within a short period. The Permanent Secretary, Minister of Transport, Magdalene Ajani, said The process is now bringing everybody on board. The Executive Secretary, Nigeria Shippers Council, Emmanuel Jeme, said progress had been made so far based on the report, but lots still need to be done as regards collaboration of agencies. For his part, the National Coordinator Port Standing Tax Team, Moses Fadipe, who presented the report, said infractions in the port declines from 226 in 2019 to 12 in 2021.
This work together, they know they are being monitored, and so we are beginning to have clarity and less of corrupt practices within vessels that are coming into Nigeria waters. I think this is quite an impressive thing. But you also heard that despite the achievements they have gotten in such a short time, we also have challenges. Some of the challenges, unfortunately, are coming from sister agencies within Federal Ministry of Transportation. It shows us where to shine our searchlight on to make sure that they work collaboratively as agencies and parastatals within the ministry for us to be able to achieve what the National Port Process Manual is supposed to achieve.
It is highly, highly important that if we're going to attain the objective, which one is to make sure that our ports are efficient, in order for us to take our pride of place as a maritime hub in this sub-region of the continent, that would mean that the extent to which the agencies that are involved in operating the manual, the extent to which we are collaborating and cooperating with each other is the extent to which we are likely going to be very successful. So yes, have we made some progress? Substantially. Are we there where we want to be? No. The fact still remains that since the establishment of the platform, in respect to the funding, it is only the Shippers Council that solely has borne the responsibility for funding its activities. And that isn't how it should be.
In 2019, we had 226 infractions all over Nigeria, across all terminals. And with the assistance of Operation Mark, I mentioned it. Remember, the manual is in 2020, but in 2019, we have Operation Mark. Operation Mark is a sting operations to take care of all these issues we're talking about. So in the whole of that year, we had 226 infractions. Based on the activity of the Operation Mark, in 2020, it reduces to 121 in 2020. And as at the 9th month today, we have only 12. So what we are saying is it is reducing and reducing.
And that's all on News Plus. Thanks for watching and happy weekend.